Alright guys, what is up? It is PDS. Today I'll be showing you my hero guide. So I have a bunch of replays here to show off some combos. I'm using Yugioh Pro because it allows you to just, stack your deck. So I can just show you specific, 1 card, 2 card, 3 card combos that I think you should know. And if you see me draw Neos in the video, Neos is just a blank card. So it could be anything, these combos can slightly have slight variance because depending on what you draw. So like if you draw mass changes, the combo becomes a lot better, or if you don't draw mass change, or maybe you draw droplets, you can set it up a little differently. But that's something that you guys will learn as you're playing the deck. So let's get started with the first replay here. It is a 1-card combo with Vion for your Sunrise. So you summon Vion, you send Shadow Mist. Shadow Mist is going to get you Liquid. Then you banish the Shadow Mist with Vion, you get Poly. Then Poly gets you your Sunrise, and then Liquid gets you your Draw 2, and Sunrise gets you your Miracle Fusion. So in that video, in that replay, you saw that I did Sunrise as Chainlink 2 and Liquid as Chainlink 1. This is very important because if you resolve it this way, as you guys know, Chainlinks resolve backwards. So since Sunrise is Chainlink 2, he will resolve first. So he will get you your Miracle Fusion, then you will draw. Because if you do it the other way, you might draw into the Miracle Fusion, and you're going to get 1 less card. So if you do it this way, you're going to be able to get... So you see how the cards convert themselves? So this would be my Vion, right? But now I have 2 cards in my hand extra, and that's not including the other cards in my hand. So I would have 6 cards in my hand right now, which is absolutely absurd. You could have Destiny Fusion, you can draw into Ferris, you can have your mass changes. There's a lot of possibilities. This is just the best. In my opinion, Vion is the best normal summon for this reason. Stratos is a +1, but Vion is a +2. So it's really, really strong. And then, obviously if you have like Fusion Destiny, this has only been like 2 summons, right? So Fusion Destiny would be the 3rd, and so you're safely playing around Nibiru. So, a lot of people think that Stratos is the best card, but it's definitely Vion. He is by far the better summon. He's basically just Stratos as well if you send Shadow Mist. If you think about it, he's just the same thing. So, and also he's a dark, so if you get Ash or something, you have your mass changes. So that's why Vion's really important. You're going to see him a lot in these combos. You're going to see Stratos too, but yeah, I just wanted to emphasize how good Vion is. Alright guys, here is the next combo. This is a Fusion Destiny mass change combo I was talking about in my video. So you use Fusion Destiny and you summon Dangerous. You send Shadow Mist and Malicious. You do not want to use the effect of Shadow Mist because you can only use one of his effects. So one of the effects is when it's special summoned, you get mass change. The other effect is when it's sent to the graveyard, you can add a hero monster. So typically you want to use the second effect because the only really way you can special summon him is through like a hero lives. And it's not, you're not going to draw hero lives every single game, so you want to just get the pluses where you can. But in this situation, you can't accidentally special summon them. So you're going to special summon Malicious with the Dangerous on the field. You go into the Cross Crusader. Cross Crusader has an effect. When he's Link summoned, you can target 1 Destiny hero in your graveyard and special summon it. And then he has another effect. You can tribute 1 Destiny hero and add 1 hero monster with a different name to your hand. So you're going to want to get Liquid because Liquid can special summon Shadow Mist, and then Shadow Mist is going to get a Scar Mass Change. So that is how you get Mass Change with just a Fusion Destiny. It's a cute little combo. This is definitely one you need to know, especially when Mass Change is a really important card in the matchup because you definitely want access to it if it is really that important to you. So, and then on top of that, if you don't end up needing Dark Law, like let's just say it's bad in that matchup, you can actually just go for Acid with Liquid Soldier, so it's really nice. This play does go into Nibiru. This is one of the plays that I show you that will go into Nibiru, but sometimes this deck cannot afford to play around Nibiru. You don't always have the luxury. But typically, it's mostly variance whether you win or lose to Nibiru. Usually, if you can play safely, I would recommend to play safely. If you can't play safely, then, just try to go play as conservative as possible. Like, don't use your Miracle Fusions turn 1. Try to save those for the follow-up. And, if you're playing the Evo heroes, try not to just dump the Malicious Bane turn 1 because you're going to regret it if they Nibiru you. So, just try to be, Dark Law is enough sometimes. If you have just like a dark monster and a mass change, depending on your hand, you might just want to just go Dark Law Turbo, and just try to grind through the game like that. But yeah, you guys, as you play through more games with heroes, you'll get more used to it, and you'll be able to do those reads, be like, okay, maybe I should be playing a little bit more conservatively. Alright guys, let's go into the next replay. This replay is with Vion and Mass Change. So this is going to be very similar to that first combo I showed you with Vion, except this is going to just be like, if you really only have these two cards, you can still end on Dark Law and Sunrise. So same thing, you know, Chainlink 1 Liquid, Chainlink 2 Sunrise. Except here, I'm going to use the Miracle Fusion to summon Esquardao, just so I have a Dark monster for Dark Law. And then of course, you know, you do have the other cards in your hands, so you don't always have to use the Miracle Fusion there. Like I said, I really recommend you not to use the Miracle Fusion, because you want to get the most draws out of your Liquid. So you're going to want to save it for the following turn, the follow-up turn. But yeah, in this situation, you know, if you only have these two cards, then yeah, you still can end on Sunrise and Dark Law. And of course, guys, if you have Sunrise on the field, you definitely want to be summoning your Dark Law in defense, because it plays around the card Lightning Storm. If you guys don't know, Lightning Storm only destroys attack position monsters. So a lot of decks struggle immensely with dealing with Dark Law. So by putting him in defense position, you play around Lightning Storm, and even if they were to beat over Dark Law, your Sunrise has an effect to pop their monsters. So it's almost like it's baiting them to attack into them when you can just destroy it with Sunrise. So, and even if they Lightning Storm you, they're going to need to use their battle phase. They're going to need a monster stronger than Dark Law. So, honestly, in my opinion, it is worth it, especially in Masters Duel, because it's a best of one format. So a lot of people are playing Lightning Storm, so you really do not want to be losing to that card. So yeah, let's go into the next one. Okay guys, this next one is a combo. I don't see a lot of hero players doing it. I've also seen a lot of people, they wonder why Wonder Driver is such an amazing card. So the first thing in this combo is when you want to have access to Cross Crusader. So these two cards, Stratos and Ferris, these are the cards I was telling you about that you will play into Nibiru always in the combos, because just the Vision Hero combo in itself is just so many special summons that you're going to be playing into Nibiru. So, you know, that's okay. But also, you know, you're going to have to try and play around every hand trap possible. You know, Ash Blossom, Imperm, you know, Max C. If they have Max C, you know, it's going to be rough for you. But if they have like Ash Imperm, you can try and play around those cards. So let me show you what I mean. So you're going to normal summon Stratos, and then Stratos is going to get you Malicious. So why do you get Malicious? Why don't you get Shadow Mist or a different card? So you want to get Malicious because when you go into Cross Crusader, you need Destiny heroes in your graveyard. And Malicious is by far the best Destiny hero to be in the grave. So by adding him here instead of dumping him with Vion, you ensure that if your combo gets stopped somewhere, like if they ash your increase, or you know, they imperm your Ferris or something, you still have plays to get into Cross Crusader to get a follow-up play. So that's always really nice. You want to just be playing, you know, a couple steps ahead of your opponent. So you're gonna get the Malicious here. Ferris gonna send Malicious. Get the increase. Increase gonna tribute off. So typically here, this is where you want to stop heroes, because they get Vion. Vion gets them Poly. Vion sends Shadow Mist. You know, Vion is able to, in some situations, send a Destiny hero. But now here, if they ash you, you can still Cross Crusader for Malicious, and you're still gonna have 3 other cards in your hand. So you could even have a Mass Change already, you know, and you're good to go. And you can just Mass Change on Increase. There's a lot of variations here, so you know, this is just something, you know, depending on what your opponent does, but this is just how you are able to play around their cards. So yeah, so now Increase will summon Vion. Vion will send Shadow Mist. So you guys should be familiar with this now. You get the Liquid. So here you're gonna want to banish Shadow Mist. If you're playing, that's only if you're playing something like the Evil Hero or Dusted Gold, because you want Ferris in your graveyard to fuse with it. If you're not playing a Dusted Gold like I am, then you're going to want to banish the Ferris, because Shadow Mist is more important in the graveyard, because you don't know if you're going to have to end up summoning that Liquid Soldier to bring it back. So typically I like to keep it in the graveyard, but if you're not playing the Evil Heroes, then, you know, banish the Ferris. If you're playing the Evil Heroes, then banish the Shadow Mist. Okay, so then you go for Cross Crusader. Cross Crusader is going to special summon Malicious. Malicious is going to get tributed off for a Celestial. So Celestial is really important in this deck. I know a lot of people like Draw Hand, and I know a lot of people like, you know, Decider. I'm going to show you why you're going to want Celestial. So, so he's getting added to the hand here. So now with these two, you go into Wonder Driver. This is a card that a lot of people underestimate. So all it is if a hero monster is normal or special summoned to his zone, this card points to target one poly spell, one fusion spell, or one change quick play in your graveyard and set it. It has another effect when it's destroyed. You can special summon a hero from your hand. That effect is mandatory, but it's not the good one. The good one is the top one. So you're going to be real careful about this. If you have anything in the graveyard, like a Mass Change or something, you're going to want to summon it to the left of Wonder Driver first, this Malicious. Okay, so the reason why you do this one, you do it like this, is because it depends on your hand. If you have another hero monster in your hand, you can actually keep the Wonder Driver. But if you only have Stratos and Ferris, you can still make this play. It's just you won't have Wonder Driver to like reset a Mass Change. So like, because if you put Dystopia under here, you're going to want to Mass Change into Dark Law, and then you can get your Mass Change back. So if you don't have another hero monster, you're going to have to end up using your Wonder Driver as a part of this combo, which is fine, honestly, but yeah, this is something to keep in mind. So now we Polymerization, we make Dystopia. So why do we put Dystopia in defense mode? We're always playing around Lightning Storm, boys. We were never losing to Lightning Storm. And honestly, he does have a lot of defense. So what happens here is Polymerization will resolve. It will go to the graveyard. And then Wonder Driver will see that Dystopia was summoned. So I know it looks a little bit weird here, but trust me, this is how it works. So Wonder Driver is going to reset the poly now. So now you see Wonder Driver will reset poly. And then we're going to chain link to Dystopia, target Celestial to burn them for 16. So they're going to take 1600 points of damage here. We're going to reset Polymerization. So now here is the point of the combo, where if you have another hero monster in your hand, you might want to use that instead of the Wonder Driver. If you only have Ferris and Stratos, then you're going to have to use the Wonder Driver. So here we're going to use Polymerization again, and we're going to make Sunrise. So now that Sunrise is on the field, you see he boosts Dystopia. So now Dystopia's effect of, he has a quick effect. You can target one card in the field, destroy it, and if you do, this card's attack becomes equal to its original attack. So you can only do that when its attack is modified, which Sunrise is doing for you. So it's a really nice little interaction these two have with each other. And then, of course, you're going to have the Liquid Draws, and you're going to have the Sunrise Miracle Fusion. So, yeah. So I really like that. And the other nice thing now, on the following turn, we're going to have access to our Liquid Draw with the Miracle Fusion. And we're going to have access to Celestial Draw because Liquid is going to let us discard our hands if we have too many monsters. So on the following turn, you're going to be able to draw 4 cards, which is absolutely insane. And not only that, this is only 2 cards in our hand. We still are going to have, the additional, what are we going to have, like 3 cards, right? So we're going to have a full hand, basically. So we still have, we could have Mass Change, we could have Fusion Destiny. There's a lot of variance to these combos. So these are just 2 card combos I'm showing you. I'm going to show you some more combos in a second. But yeah, I'm just showing you a little bit of, like the little intricacies of how you should be playing each kind of hand. So let's move on to the next one. All right, guys, this is another 1 card combo here with Fusion Destiny. Fusion Destiny is going to send Shadow Mist and Malicious. And then you're going to activate Shadow Mist here. You're going to get Vion. Vion is going to get Normal Summon. It's going to send Celestial. Then you use Vion, banish Shadow Mist. You get Polymerization. And then Malicious is going to Special Summon itself. And then this has been only 3 summons. So then we use Polymerization. We make Trinity for an OTK. And under 5 summons, this will play around Nibiru. And, if they're playing like a Link deck or something, like without any negates, you can easily just OTK them and play around Nibiru very easily. This is a combo that doesn't get used too often, but it's good to know it. It's a 1 card Trinity OTK play, so I really like it a lot. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Alright, guys, this is another Fusion Destiny combo. This card is great. Yeah, it's definitely to be playing it. Fusion Destiny going to send Shadow Mist and Malicious. Shadow Mist going to add a Vion. Vion's going to send that Celestial. Vion's going to banish Shadow Mist, get Poly. Malicious going to Special Summon into a Cross Crusader. Cross Crusader going to summon that Mali. It's going to get a Liquid here. And then it's the same combo as before, but this time you're going to be drawing 2 cards. So the reason why you don't want to do this combo is because you do play into Nibiru. But if you do need to dig for something, like a Mass Change just to close out the game, This is another. It's the same combo with a little variation to trying to dig into more cards to get a bigger OTK push. So, you know, one plays safe and the other one is not as safe, but you can get rewarded with extra cards. So that is the trade-off. That's a lot of hero, you know, a lot of the hero plays. You can do a lot of greedy plays, but you can also get punished really hard, you know. So you have to just, for me, like I said a million times, I like to play safe. But you guys, if you guys are crazy, you know, if you want to be crazy Jaden, you know, Yuki fans, then go ahead, go crazy. I'm just showing you all the combos I know. Sometimes you do have to do this though. Like sometimes Trinity isn't going to be enough and you need to do that extra push. And you're going to lose in Nibiru, right? But you have to do it because you have to go for the OTK. Because if you give them another turn, they're going to beat you, right? So you got to do it. You got to just go for broke. Alright guys, back to one card combos. This is with the Hero Lives. So Hero Lives is going to special summon out the Stratos. Stratos is going to get Vi into your hand. And then we're just going to do our normal play, you know, send Shadow Mist. Shadow Mist get the Liquid. Then with Vion, we're going to get the Poly. We're going to make Polymerization here. We're going to fuse off Sunrise. Liquid draws. And then we draw 2. So that was just off of the one card. We ended up with +3, right? And then on top of that, you know, you drew into 2 more cards. So if you have Mass Change here, the reason why you use Stratos is because if you have Mass Change, you're going to use Vion for the Dark Law. And the Dark Law is going to get summoned in defense, like I said, guys. You're going to play around Lightning Storm. So just envision this, you know, with one card, I got 4 cards, right? So that's a +3, and then I have my other 4 cards in my hand. So kind of insane, you know, and you're digging for Mass Change. So that is the point of this combo. That with that one card, this is the safe play I like to do a lot, because as you saw, it's only what 3 summons, right? Stratos, Sunrise, and Vion. So you summoned 3 times, and you drew, or you went +3. You only summoned 3 times, and you still have the 2 that you drew off of Sunrise to work with, and then the other 4 cards in your hand. So yeah, that is a nice one. And then of course you don't have to use the Miracle Fusion here, like I said. You can use it to make Absolute Zero, but I like the follow-up on the next turn, you know, the draw 2. I'm going to push that a lot, guys. You know, you want to draw 2 on the next turn. If you really want to make Absolute Zero, though, you know, if that's going to be your playstyle, go right ahead. But for me, I just like the drawing, so I like to save it. Alright, guys, here we go. The next replay, this is a 3-card combo. This is the God Hand. So a Hero Lives is going to special summon Stratos. Stratos is going to get us to the Vion, same combo as before, except this is our ultimate board that plays under Nibiru. This would be like a God Hand situation. So you should be real familiar with this Sunrise play now. You get the Sunrise, the Liquid draws, you get the Miracle, you get your draws. Then you're going to Fusion Destiny for Dystopia in defense mode as well. You guys know I told you play around that Lightning Storm, burn for 16. And then also you had the Mass Change. So this end board plays around Nibiru, and you end on a pop, and you have Dark Law. And on the next turn, you have your Celestial and your Liquid draws, which is just absurd. You know, there's no way. It's going to be really hard for them to crack this board. And then on top of that, you're going to draw 4 cards on the next turn. So this is the God Hand. This is the hand that you wish and pray for every single game. You won't lose to Nibiru, and you put up an incredible board. Alright, guys, this is another 2-card combo with Stratos and Ferris. So Stratos is going to get you your Malicious. Malicious is going to get sent with Ferris. Ferris is going to get the increase tribute, summon Vion from the deck. Vion sends Shadow Mist. You know, a lot of these combos are going to be the same, but there are slight variants. So this is if you're playing Plasma, of course. Plasma going to get summoned here. That is a 2-card combo into Plasma with the Stratos and the Ferris. Alright, guys, so here is another Plasma combo. This is what the Hero Lives. This combo is a little bit obscure. You know, it's not really going to be coming up as often as you would think it would be. But, you know, it's just some... I'm just trying to show you guys as many options as possible. This is honestly, out of all the combos I'm about to show you, this is probably the worst combo in terms of, you know, just card advantage. But it is available to you if you need it. You know, if Plasma is actually that, you know, godly in the matchup, then you might be inclined to do this one. So here, you know, this goes against all I've ever said. You know, you play into Nibiru, you use your Miracle Fusion. But if you absolutely need to summon Plasma in a matchup, you know, a Hero Lives is a 1-card Plasma as well. And you still have the other 4 cards in your hand, you know, so do as you wish. The other A Hero Lives combos are better, in my opinion, but this is only if you absolutely need plasma. Alright guys, up next we have another 1-card plasma combo. I like this one a lot more. It plays around Nibiru. Fusion Destiny, and especially summon Dangerous. And Shadow Mist going to get a Stratos. Stratos is going to get you the plasma to your hand. And then you just summon out the Malicious and you have the plasma and under 5 summons. Play around Nibiru. One thing I like about this also is, you know, just that you don't play into Nibiru, so it's really, really nice. And I also, you know, I completely forgot to mention this, so if you made it this far into the video, then you're going to get that secret knowledge. When you're playing heroes, you don't want to summon into this zone and this zone. The reason being, it's also just straight up, you know, in most decks, honestly, there are cards that can actually affect cards that, like, your opponent can summon a card that points up to your field and it has like an effect to like steal it or equip it or gain attack. So you really want to just play on the sides. So I like to play on this side, the middle, and the left. This is just for heroes. Also because you play Wonder Driver, so you don't ever want to fuck yourself over and not be able to set the polymerization because you have a monster stuck in this zone. So just kind of keep, you know, self-awareness to try not to summon in these zones if possible. The only time you should be summoning into the zones is if you're going for a Wonder Driver combo, which is, you know, that's absolutely fine because you have to play into that. Otherwise, you know, try to play around as many cards as possible. Alright guys, this is the last combo I'm showing you. It's a 2-card combo that plays around Nibiru, and it's an OTK, so Vayan is going to send the Shadow Mist. Shadow Mist going to get the Liquid. Vayan going to banish Shadow Mist. Polymerization for the Sunrise. You guys already know. I've been doing this combo 100 times. This is my favorite combo. It just gives you so much cards. So then, in this combo, you are going to send Dynatag, because if you look at the math here, so you burn for 16, they're at 64. So you have 29 and 32 right now. That is not enough for lethal. You are just under it. But with the Dynatag boost, it will be enough to just absolutely kill them in under 5 summons, of course. And if they have a monster on the field, you can pop it with Dystopia. So it's really, really nice, honestly. With the so you're gonna have 7100, right, damage on board, and then on top of that you can Miracle Fusion too. So if you need that extra little boost, you got that extra boost from Absolute Zero, which is going to get you even more attack on all your monsters. And like I said, the beautiful thing is that you're playing under Nibiru, the 5 summons, so you're gonna be able to OTK them and then also play around Nibiru. So it's beautiful. So yeah, that is the combo, guys. And let me know what you guys think. Did I do a good job of explaining heroes? Did you learn something? These are just my combo guides. I might make a future video where I show you guys just gameplay tips, you know, how to play around certain decks, certain matchups. This is just combos. Now I want you guys to go ahead, get in Master Duel, test out these combos, show them how good you are at playing, and just OTK everybody. And thank you guys for watching. I absolutely love Heroes. It's one of my favorite decks. If anybody has any questions, you know, go ahead, join the Discord. Message me, or, you know, just ping me. Just be like, hey, you know, I have this question about Heroes. What do you think about this list? Blah, blah, blah. I could talk about Heroes for ages. So, yeah, guys, thank you for watching. This has been PDS, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.